Alright, here is Module 1, Lesson 2. Here's our homework video. And I'm going to be scanning back and forth between these problems that you can see, and then I've made a number line chart right here so you can see what's happening. The first ones that we're going to do are multiplication and division that match. So you've got 3, 6, and 3 zeros, and we're saying times 10, and then we're going to take that same number and we're going to divide it by 10 so that you can see what happens. So this very first one, we have 3, 6, and 3 zeros, and we're saying times 10. So let's go ahead and put that one in here. Remember I said 3 zeros? So we'll put in our 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. And we said 36. Here's our 36. And then the next thing it's saying that we're going to be doing is multiplying by 10. So multiply right here tells us it's going to gain a place value because we only have 1 0 and 10. So if it gains a place value, here's what's going to happen. So it's going to move over one space. So it's going to be 3, 6, followed by 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. And then because this space right here is now empty, the one space, how many do we have? We have none of them. So when we look at this number, we can go 1, 2, 3, and this would be a comma. So it went from 36,000 to 300,000. So 360,000 is what we've got. So let's write that up here. So 360,000. And then the next one, we're going to take that same number that we started with, and this time we're going to divide it. So I'm going to switch colors so that it's easy to kind of just illustrate with the arrows all over again. But we know this time it's going to lose a place value because we're dividing by 10. So the 3 is going to move from the 10,000s place just to the thousands place. So we have 3, 6, and then 3 zeros, right? 1, 2. Third zero ends up over here in the tenths place. Do we really need it? Does it make a difference in the number? Not really, because there are decimals here. We don't have any digits of value over here. So 36,000 becomes 3,600. So we can write that for our answer. 3,600. And then, right here, what it's asking us to do is explain how we decided on the number of zeros in the products for A, B, and C. So we could say that for A, we knew we were gaining a place value, gain a 0. So A, gain a place value. Gain a 0. And opposite. Because if we lose a place value, we lose a 0. All right, let's look at the next one. The next one, we have 4 3/10 times 10, and we have 4 3/10 divided by 10. So let's pick a different color this time. This time we'll go with a dark blue, and then we'll go to a light blue. So 4 3/10, let's put that in there. Here's 4. Get our pen back. 4 and 3/10. And what are we doing? Multiplying by 10, so it's going to gain a place value. So will this one. So here's what we end up with. 43. Let's write that. 43. And we gained a place value. This time we're going to lose a place value. So we're going to go with a lighter color this time. So we can do it again. So we had 4 3/10, and this time, because we're dividing, it's going to lose a place value. And so is this one. So we have 43, and when we go to read it, where's the 3? It's in the hundredths place. So it's 43 hundredths, because the decimal is here. So we'll put that number right here. Decimal 4, 3, because the 3 is in the hundredths place. Now let's go to the next page. And this one's saying to find the quotients. So I remember on the 4th assessment that we did, there was a lot of students that weren't sure what does quotient mean. It is the answer to a division problem. So in this case, if we've got our number chart, we are starting with 1, 6, and 5 tenths. 1, 6, or 16, and 5 tenths. Will you do a different color again? Let's go with this. We'll go with green this time. So here's our 1, our 6, and our 5 tenths. And the very first one right here says we're dividing by 10. The one that I circled says we're dividing by 100. So if we compare these two, here's why it's doing this, is so that you can look at, if you're losing place value, this one you're losing 1 place value. This time, because there's 2 zeros here, it's telling you you're going to lose 2 place values. So if we lose 1 place value, our 5 is going to go from tenths to hundredths. But if we lose 2 place values, 1, 2, 5 is going to land over here. And then what are the other numbers that go along with that? Here's your 6, here's your 1, your decimal is here. So it's 165, where's the 5? The thousandths place. So 165, and then you put your decimal here, so the 5's in the thousandths place. This one right here, if it only gains or loses 1 place value, the 5 will be in the hundredths place. The 6 in the tenths place, the 1 will be in the ones place. So we can say right here, how did we decide? Both lost place values. One place value, we can actually even say 1 place was lost, dividing by 10, and 2 places lost, dividing by 100. To sum it up. So for tonight's homework, you're going to do something really, really similar. You're going to do number 1. I circled it with pink. Now I'm going to square it with green just so it's really clear. So this one's asking you to solve. So you can make your own number chart and think about if this one is multiplied by 10, this one is divided by 10. But the thing is this is 32 and 1/10. This is 3,632 and a tenth. So it's kind of like this number is bigger. They put a 3/6 in front of all this. So it's going to lose a place value, gain a place value. If you're at a place now to whereby you can think about the 2's in the 1's place, it's going to gain a place value. If you can think about that and just write the answer, please do. If you have any questions, if you're not sure, give it your best guess. If you need to make a number line chart for yourself, if that's helpful to you, do it. So what you could choose to do would be to scan back to where we were, hit pause, so you can look at that one, and then go for it. All right, try just only one A and B. See you tomorrow.